Right, so this is vlog one, which is week one, two, and three put together, as I think they all collaborate around the one main thing: the audition, what happened shortly before and shortly after. So the audition itself, it was we had to sing a song and do a bit of script work. The song I chose was "Sue Me," because you're singing to someone and you'd have to react to what they're saying to you, which I would find more of a challenge than Lucky Be a Lady, which was just a solo piece. And I thought if I could pull it off, as in show how I'd react to what the other person was saying and how this would reflect in my voice and my actions, it would prove better than Lucky Be a Lady. The feedback I got was it was good overall, but I didn't quite show enough reaction to as if what the other person was saying, so the director wanted to maybe have another look, but with someone there singing the other part, so it would try and make it easier on me actually hearing someone say the words instead of imagining them in my head. In the end, this didn't happen, but I thought I prepared pretty well for it in the end, and it was a good piece. With the script work, it was a scene between Nathan and Adelaide, which I felt went better than the song, actually, apart from the accent, which kind of slipped up a little bit in times because I went a little bit Italian on certain words, such as love and a few others, which meant I needed a bit more work on that. But before the auditions themselves, we done a few workshop things, such as working on the accent. So one of the things was we got into groups. I was with Will and Caitlin, and we had to create a scene and only speak in the accent and use certain words such as big whoop, no, and stuff like that. And we done a scene in a bar where me and Will would enter and order a few drinks and argue about who paid last time, etc. And stuff like that helps because it's using the accent and developing it over time in scenes that would gradually improve it. And then after this, we done something where there was certain words that are quite difficult to say in the accent. So we had them written on a board and we broke them down into little bits and how certain endings would sound differently in the accent and how we would say it normally. And this helped a lot, and I done it in my script work when learning lines as well, breaking the words down that I found difficult to say, as it helped with the accent as well, because I had a better understanding of how to say it, what I was saying at each bit. And then after the feedback and after that, we started to learn the dance for Lucky Be a Lady, because it's about a gambler risking a lot on this. He needs to win so he can win the bet and ultimately impress this lady that he's really into. And we're doing quite a lot. I think we're doing about 30 seconds to a minute of the song, which, if you think about it, is quite a lot compared to the song, which I found quite easy because it's a jazz-esque kind of thing, and I quite like the jazz as a dance itself, so I thought that went really well. The person that I auditioned for in the audition was Nicely or Sky. The reason for Nicely because he seems like a fun character. He's quite cheesy, he's quite hilarious, he's fun to do, and I thought he was someone I could pull off quite easy, but still a challenge. And Sky, he's like cool, collective. He would be a greater challenge because he's quite opposite of my personality, so it'd prove quite difficult. also there was more singing, which would be difficult because I have to learn more and I have to try to get the songs right, all the notes and keys, etc. And he's also quite confident in the way he acts. He's like chilled, so he doesn't take too much into action when he says things. And he's like good with the ladies. He thinks he can get anyone. He's not too fussed. He thinks he's a proper ladies man, which would prove a harder challenge for me. And then after this, in the week 2, we moved on to progressing more in Look Be a Lady. But it was still quite challenging because we didn't know who was Sky, who's like the main role in the dance, as he's quite centred and everything revolves around him. So that was quite difficult to learn, as anyone could like just have to scrap all that and then start again. And then we also went over the scripts, so we'd read over the scripts and we'd have to do it in the accent, and we'd go over and over again to familiarise ourselves with the script and the accent itself. And then we found out who was Sky, and it turns out I was Sky, so which was quite a shock because I didn't think I'd actually get the role. So I'd have to forget all the notes I wrote down for Look Be a Lady and all that, which was quite a lot of notes because I wanted to be efficient with the whole process of Guys and Dolls. So to start again, so I spoke to Ruth, our dance choreographer, about what I'd have to learn for being the main bit of the dance, and then had some private time with Ruth about the dance and how I could progress that. And then I went in on days off and lunches to rehearse it because it was quite difficult for me because I'd just learned a lot of the dance itself, being a crapshooter, and forgetting that or just changing it to fit me as the centre was quite difficult, as I'm not always too good being the centre of attention because sometimes I feel vulnerable, like all eyes are on me, and I don't know how to describe it. It's like I don't think I perform better at times because it all gets to me at bits. And then week 3 was we started the blocking. So a few scenes, we didn't get very far. It was just like the first 3 or 4 scenes, which I was involved quite a lot in because I'm in the first one meeting Nathan, talking about a bet. Then the second one, I'm in the mission. Then the third and fourth, I'm not that involved in. But finding out I'm quite a big part from the beginning, and as throughout the performance was like, wow, I really need to buckle down and get this stuff sorted. So I started learning lines quite early on and researching Sky as a character and person, so I'd know what I'd have to do. And first of all, the one thing I wanted to get nailed was the accent, because I'm quite good at accents, different accents, but I always find style